Rooms for rent? It was an easy pitch. A few clicks. A signed waiver. Some tests to confirm your health and neurocompatibility. Then you just go to sleep and let someone else take the wheel. For a price, of course. Rent out your consciousness, your body, your experience. Let someone richer, more curious, more bored with their own existence slip inside your life like an actor on stage. You wake up, the money's in your account, and the days you sold are just a blank gap in memory. Like passing out but profitable. No physical damage, no evidence of change, just missing time. Okay. And for Vincent, time is exactly what he could afford to lose. He signed up after losing his second job and almost losing his apartment. The website was clean, clinical, filled with vague reassurances and glowing testimonials. It felt strange, yes, but the world had long crossed into realms of normalized insanity. People rented wombs. People sold memories. Renting out your body was barely more extreme, and Vincent was healthy. No drugs, no mental illness, nothing that would make him less desirable as a vessel. He scheduled a 5-day rental. 5 days of total blackout in exchange for a month's salary. When he awoke, it would be over. He expected disorientation, maybe a lingering headache. But what he felt was ... displacement. The moment his eyes opened, the room seemed unfamiliar. The angles were subtly wrong, as if the walls had shifted while he was unconscious. Light felt too bright. Sound too sharp. His body moved with an odd stiffness, like waking from deep anesthesia. But worst of all was the mirror. He didn't recognize the face. It was his, yes, but only skin deep. The way it blinked half a second too late, the way the eyes held no sense of familiarity. It was like looking at an impersonation of himself. A mask with his features worn by something else. He tried to shrug it off. Maybe it was neurological latency, and maybe his brain just needed time to sink back into his own body. He ate, showered, checked his messages. Everything seemed untouched. No signs of physical harm. No messages from strangers. No signs that anything had gone wrong. And yet, the dissonance grew louder. His fingers hesitated before grabbing things. His voice sounded unfamiliar when he spoke. When he looked at old photos, they triggered nothing. No nostalgia, no spark, just static recognition. Sleep brought no rest. Each time he closed his eyes, he saw things he couldn't explain. Vivid dreams of places he had never visited. Cold corridors with metal walls. Rooms where light bent in ways that defied logic. Shadows that moved like liquid, watching from the corners. In those dreams he was not alone. He felt something following, not chasing, just observing, patiently, lovingly, like a parent watching their child from behind glass. When he woke up, he felt watched, as if something had followed him back into waking life. He reached out to the company. No one answered. The website was still online, but his client ID returned an error. His transaction history was gone, his medical profile wiped. Even the waiver he had signed no longer existed in his email. It was as if he had never signed up at all. And slowly, with mounting dread, he began to realize that maybe he hadn't. A memory surfaced like a bloated corpse. Not of him agreeing to the rental, but of watching someone else do it. Watching a screen. Watching a man who looked just like him press his fingerprint to a digital pad. And in that moment, he remembered the hunger. The yearning to feel. The desire to be something new. To be human. He remembered stepping into someone else's body, sliding into it like warm clothing. He remembered pretending to be this man. Vincent. But now he couldn't tell which version of the memory was real. Was he remembering as Vincent? Or remembering as the thing that rented Vincent? The truth hit with cold certainty. He had never signed up to be rented out. He had signed in. He had been the client. It's the one with the money. The one craving humanity. But something went wrong, or maybe it went exactly as planned. Now, he was trapped in this fading shell of a man. Whatever had worn his skin, whatever had played pretend in his life, never left. It stayed. It remained. It still walked around, wearing his name, smiling his smile, making choices that he would never make. And he, the real Vincent, was the echo. A ghost locked inside his own brain. A passenger screaming behind soundproof glass, while something ancient, something cold and calculating, lived his life with terrifying precision. The disconnection was complete. He wasn't home anymore. He was just the memory of someone who used to be. And the thing now walking in his body. That thing blinked with perfect timing, it had learned.